What's going on now? Um, ho- Good day. Um, I wanted to talk to. I wanted to talk about something that someone requested me to talk about. I want to talk about the halo effect, and we all know that the halo effect is real. The halo effect is the ultimate cheat code in this life. A lot of people wouldn't want to talk about this halo effect because it's a very uncomfortable thing, and it can make people feel very bad. But the halo effect is real. When a person has the halo effect, they can act any way they want to act. They can have whatever personality they want to have, and good things will come their way. Um, I wish that I would have known what life was all about at a younger age. Because when you know what life is all about at a younger age, you can prepare for it effectively. Life is all about looks. It's all about looks and material possessions. That's what life is all about. Life is not about being a good person. Life is not about believing in Jesus. All the things that we were raised to believe is all wrong. Life is not about none of that stuff. This is why it's so important to know the truth about life at an early age. Um, People who have the halo effect, I notice it's like they can do no wrong. People that have the halo effect, um, it's like if people like the way you look, you can get away with a lot of stuff. You get away with being dumb. You get away with being broke. You could just get away with being a low life POS person. You know, um, it's a lot of things that you can, escape when people like the way that you look. It's very unfortunate, but that's the way that the world is. I used to really believe that having morals mattered, having good principles mattered, treating people with common courtesy. I used to think that these things mattered to people, but they really don't. There are a lot of dickheads walking around in the world, uh, people who have no moral character. They're not nice. They break all the rules, but people look over their flaws. And the reason why people look over their flaws is because people find them attractive. So that just lets me know that, you know, the halo effect is real. It's very powerful. Um and one thing I have to constantly remind myself, it doesn't matter if you don't think you're a bad looking person. It doesn't matter what you believe about yourself. You know, I'm sure a lot of guys don't think that they're a hideous looking dude. I don't think that I'm a hideous looking dude, but it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, society has the final say so. These women have the final say so. And as a man, if you're not getting hot grease, if all the grease that you ever got from women has been majority cold, the majority of the grease you've gotten from women has been mainly cold, then that ought to tell you something. That ought to let you know where you stand as a man. They ain't attracted to you. But the halo effect is something that uh, people who have this effect are very, very lucky individuals because peop- people will always overlook their flaws. People who have this halo effect on them, people who are considered attractive, they can do no wrong. They could have the worst personality. They could be Satan in the flesh. They could have all the characteristics of Satan, but no one will care because they look good. That just go to show you the sick world that we live in. Um, I used to really believe that having good morals, uh, treating people right, trying to do right by people, I used to really think that these principles would get you somewhere in life. But unfortunately, these principles do not get you anywhere in life. Um, like even when it comes to um, women, women, it's all about looks. Steve Hoker was right when he said that it's all about looks when it comes to attraction, and it is all about looks. Um, this world is a real sick place, and if you try to talk about the halo effect with most people, they'll try to deny this. They'll try to say there's no such thing as the halo effect. And the reason why people will deny the halo effect because they don't want to admit that some people are more favorable than others. They don't want to admit that some people have the odds in their favor. Because if people would acknowledge the halo effect and admit that the halo effect is real, then they would also have to acknowledge that some people have the odds in their favor. And if some people have the odds in their favor, then that means it's safe to say that there are some people who don't have the odds in their favor. So a lot of people will deny the halo effect because they don't want to look at the reality of things. And the halo effect is real. Uh, People will ignore your flaws the better looking you are. You don't have to have the best personality. You don't have to be a good person. You don't have to have a good attitude, you know. Because I used to think having a good personality and all of these traits, all the things that we used to believe about life, it's like a slap in the face when you finally wake up and realize that all the stuff you've been believing was a bunch of garbage. The halo effect will draw all the things that you want to you in life. While I was busy praying to God for a miracle, all you got to do is look like Jeremy Meeks. Pussy will come to you, financial abundance will come to you, friends will come to you, uh, you know, all the success that you could want, a rewarding career, all the things will come to you when you have the halo effect. You don't have to work as hard for it. Because I used to really believe if I just pray and be faithful to the Lord, that everything I've been wanting will come. But like they always say, and this is a firm thing, this is one thing I definitely believe, faith without works is dead. But people who have the halo effect, everything that they want just comes to them. I mean, look at Jeremy Meeks. Did he work hard to achieve the millions that he has? So that just go to show you, if the better looking you are, the more opportunities will be presented before you. So you don't have to pray for success. You don't even have to work hard for success. There are some people that just have the odds in their favor. And that's what I had to realize. Like, this people who got this halo effect, they have the cheat code for life. Because I see now that if you're a person who's considered attractive, all the things that you want will come overflowing in your life. You know, while a lot of people are sitting around praying for a better life, there are some people who never prayed for a better life. They never prayed for success. All they got is good looks. and all the things that they want just came to them. Isn't that crazy? But you know, that just goes to show you how unfair life is. And a lot of people would get mad at people who talk about these things and say they're complaining. Well, some things need to be complained about. And I don't think there's anything wrong with complaining, in all honesty. But a lot of people will never want to admit that there are some people in this life that have advantages over some people. Because if people was to admit that some people have advantages over some people, then that means that people would have to acknowledge that the halo effect is real. And in order for people to continue to believe lies and to dismiss certain logic and facts, things that they know is true, they have to deny certain things that they know is true. You know? That's why some people would say, "Oh, there's no such thing as a halo effect. There's no such thing as being uh there's no such thing as pretty privilege." You know, some people would deny that. But there is a such thing as pretty privilege. But that's just something that I feel people need to think about. Um, Let me know if there's any more topics that you would like me to talk about. You guys have a good one for now.